So a man has been talking to a woman that he likes, and whether he's just talking to her for the first time, he's on a date with her, he's known her for weeks, months, or even years, he eventually builds up the courage to say, I like you, or I like you more than just a friend, or I think you're very attractive and I have feelings for you. And the woman then says, I'm glad you said that. And he's thinking, what am I supposed to do now? Isn't she supposed to say, I like you too? And then we start a relationship. Why isn't she reciprocating now? What am I going to do now that I put my feelings on the line? I've told her that I like her, and she's just saying, I'm glad you said that. So why do women say that, and what does a guy need to do so him and her start a sexual boyfriend-girlfriend relationship? Right? So the first reason why a woman will say that is she knew that he liked her but was just acting like a friend. So not all women know when a guy likes them in that way, but for many women, it's usually very obvious when they interact with a guy who doesn't behave like the other guys who aren't interested in her, right? It's usually written all over his body language in terms of how keen he is to talk to her, how excited he is when she shows expressions of interest, and how he laughs at all of her jokes, or he's complimenting her, he's trying to keep the conversation going, and so forth. It usually is pretty obvious to most women. Yet the thing is, women are different to men in that, generally speaking, women are more passive when it comes to dating and relationships with men. And that means that they wait for the man to do something, wait for the man to take the lead, wait for the man to make the move. Now, that doesn't mean that a woman can't start a conversation with a man, can't ask for his phone number, can't move in for a kiss, and so forth. There are times when a woman does do that, but generally speaking, most women would rather miss out on being with a guy than have to be the one who takes on the role of making something happen, making the first move, asking him out, initiating a kiss, and so forth. In the movies, you'll see that women initiate the first kiss, but that's for entertainment purposes. In real life, almost all women, even if they really want to kiss a guy, will wait to see if he has the confidence to kiss her, if he has the interest level to kiss her, and if he is capable of handling the moment, where he has the social and emotional intelligence to handle the moment there, or if he's just waiting for her to do everything. It's like, I like you and please help me along here, right? A woman doesn't want to be in that sort of situation because then she's with a guy who she has to help along all the time, and she has to help him during the sexual process. She may have to help him in the relationship and be like a mother figure to him or a big sister figure to him, and that's not going to be attractive to her. She wants to be able to look up to and respect her man, rather than feel like she's got a bit of a dud who needs her to like hold his hand and guide him through the process and say, okay, now touch me here, okay, now do this and now do that, right? She wants a guy who has the confidence to do that, the interest level in her to do it, and the ability to do it. He has the social and emotional intelligence to be able to handle the moment. So the second reason is she's glad that he finally admitted it and is now waiting for him to make a move, right? So in some cases, the woman is now glad that the guy has said he likes her, right? She's like, cool, because she likes him too, but she still doesn't want to say, all right, come here, kiss me, right? She wants him to do something about it. She wants him to flirt with her and build up some sexual tension and then initiate a kiss. Now, if it's not possible or appropriate for them to kiss in that particular environment, she wants him to arrange a catch-up where it's just him and her, and they can go for a coffee, or they can have some drinks, or they can hang out at his place, or they can cook dinner at her place. Do something where it's just going to be the two of them, and it's going to be more intimate, and then there's going to be an opportunity for them to kiss and start a sexual relationship. Now, number 3 is a little bit different in that by her saying, I'm glad you said that, she's trying to say something nice and not hurt his feelings by saying something like, but I don't like you in that way. Right, so he has built up the courage to say, I like you more than a friend, I have feelings for you, and so forth. And she doesn't want to get into a confrontation with him now, or hurt his feelings and break his heart, or make the situation become very uncomfortable by saying, thanks, but look, I don't see you in that way. You're a nice guy, but I don't have feelings for you. She doesn't want to say that. Instead, she's trying to say something nice and just say, oh, I'm glad you said that. And hopefully what she has said is enough to give him the hint that, okay, she's not reciprocating, and he can then read between the lines and say, right, she doesn't feel the same way. Now, if he wants her to feel the same way, he needs to stop acting like just a friend and switch into flirting with her and making her feel sexually aroused, right? So his approach to her can no longer be about just trying to get along with her and be friendly with her. It has to be about creating a sexual spark with her. If he does that, then she will begin to see him in that way. She'll begin to have sexual feelings for him, and therefore she won't look at him as just a friend. She'll look at him as a potential lover or boyfriend. And number 4, she now feels confident to show more interest because she knows where she stands. So as I said at the beginning, not all women know when a guy is interested in them in that way. They're not 100% sure all the time. Sometimes a woman will be interacting with a guy who is making her feel attracted because he's confident, he's flirting with her and so forth, but she's not sure whether or not he really sees her in that way because she notices that other women find him attractive too, and he's able to flirt with other women. So she then worries that if she says that she likes him and wants something to happen, he may say to her, sorry, I just see you as a friend, or sorry, I'm not looking for anything at the moment, or sorry, I'm seeing someone, or something like that, or sorry, I have feelings for someone else. And then she's going to feel heartbroken. And a lot of guys don't understand that women feel the pain of rejection just as much as men do. Some guys have an assumption about women that because they are the ones who get asked out a lot and they're the ones who get looked at when they're walking along the street or whatever, they get attention, that they can never feel the pain of rejection because they just know that they're so attractive and that guys want to have sex with them. But from a young age, it's the boys who are going over and asking the girls to be their girlfriend, or to ask them out to a dance, or to ask for a phone number when they eventually grow up, or to go out on a date or something like that. It's the boys who are putting themselves on the line and asking girls out. And when a man grows up and he goes out to bars and clubs and parties and so forth, it's him who has to go over and start a conversation, right? Women aren't the ones who have to go out and put themselves on the line to potentially get rejected. So if they really like a guy and they then say that they like him and he rejects them, that is something that they're not really used to. And it really does hurt the woman. So if the woman is fearing being rejected by a guy that she likes, and he then says, by the way, I like you more than just a friend, she will then say something like, I'm glad you said that, right? Because now she can show more interest in him because she has been worried that he didn't see her in that way. By the way, if you want a tested, proven to work method that allows you to easily get laid or get a girlfriend, then I recommend that you read my ebook, The Flow, or listen to the audiobook version. The Flow is the easiest way to get laid or get a girlfriend, and all you have to do is follow the simple, natural process when you're interacting with a woman, and you and her will quickly flow from one step to the next. She will feel attracted to you, she'll feel connected with you, and she will want you to move things forward. And you will know what to say and do to move things forward in a way that she wants and welcomes.